Because he's born in 1944. So, no, he was probably in his 50s. So he was older than me.
Yeah, it's wild to think because, like...
Yeah, he was 49 when that movie came out.
Yeah.
It came out in 1993.
And he's still out here killing it, making fantastic movies. And speaking of killing it, what do you think, boys? Should we just dive in and start killing it?
Yeah, dude, I'm fucking ready. Ready, Freddy?
That dab just killing James, so I think that's our cue. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to Shedtime podcast in 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce you to Shedtime. What is Shedtime, you ask? Well, it's code for the consumption of cannabis, but it's much more than that. Shedtime's a state of mind. It's art, it's music, it's cryptocurrency, technology, it's food, it's vaping. It can be whatever you want it to be, as long as you're not letting the bastards get you down, not being a dick, and making it fun. When you're in the shed, it's whatever your mind allows you to create. So now let's get to the Shedtime podcast.
Back, my friends, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Shedtime podcast, your dose of Shedtime therapy from your boys. And yeah, it's about that time. We are getting roasted. As I said at the onset here, James just took that dab at rocked him. I got heavily rocked earlier. My wife decided to buy a new bong, and she bought a zong for the house, and that son bitch, she smacked the shit out of me. She smacked the shit out of me for sure.
It hits. So weak.
Yeah, I felt weak for sure. It was a good one though, man. Matter of fact, hang on, where is it? Dig through the photos here. Bang. So this is the bong in question.
Oh shit!
Oh, it's a fancy zong, bro. Most of the ones I ever see are just clear glass.
Yeah, 3 kinks. We got nice colorations and stuff in it. Really, really nice bong.
Dude, you know what the best part about zongs are, honestly? The fucking grip. Yeah. Like, I honestly don't know if I was ever like, yo, this thing hits so good. Like, I don't even remember how it hit. I just remember that it would feel so good in your hand. Like, you're not just holding like this cylinder, you know, like there's like something to it. It's almost like you can let go a little bit and it still
has
stays in your hand. Yeah, dude, it's so good. Those used to be so expensive too. Like in the fucking 90s, bro. Well, I don't know. In the 90s, they were fucking dumb expensive.
They still are, Chris.
They still
are.
The thing.
Okay. For first and foremost, in the 90s, you could only buy a zong from the Zong brand. So that's like if you go to Zong's website to try to buy a true official zong, they are still expensive to this day.
Okay.
But even like that one, which is not a Zong brand, but is a Canadian brand, actually, apparently.
Let's go, eh?
Yeah. They're not just hosers. They know how to make a good bong.
They don't just play hockey and drink Elsinore beer.
Oh, dude, you guys, speaking about bongs, you know what I heard the other day on a podcast that just kind of like doesn't really necessarily have to do with this other than the fact that you brought up bongs. It was this lady was interviewing this fucking guy, like this some street vendor and some street artist, like, and you know they were trying to be all like, you know, real uppity about it, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. So she's like talking to the guy and she's like, so I hear you're a glass blower, and I hear that actually, you know, that job actually takes you know, some years off of your life. And the dude gets real philosophical. He's like, I don't mind losing an extra couple years off my life if I get to put my art out into the world, sort of thing. And she's like, oh wow, that's cool. She's like, well, what do you make? And he's like, mainly bongs and dildos. Dude gets real deep and shit, like
like just mainly bongs and dildos.
Yeah, it's bongs and dildos.
Yeah. What was her reaction?
I don't know. It was somebody recalling them saying it, sort of thing. I think I saw it on like a Rogan episode or something. But dude, it just made me laugh so hard, dude. That he's like, yeah, dude. He's like, it's like I'll lose my life for my art, aka this bong or this dildo.
I love it.
Yeah, but you know what? I bet they're fucking beautiful pieces, right?
Not only that, but all of his art is making the owner very happy.
Oh, for sure. It is pleasuring them in one way or another.
Exactly.
Dude, actually, I'm kind of with that though. I remember that's just one of those things that I remember in like grade school, right? Like you had shop class, and I remember like learning about like how to use a lathe. And then when I got to high school, I was in drafting and woodworking. Like I chose to do that as opposed to taking like visual art. I didn't have to take visual art, so I can't remember what I took it instead of. I took it instead of something, and so we had to make things out of wood. We had to make things out of all sorts of different things. And so, like at the end of every class, bro, me and my buddy, we would both just make dildos.
Oh yeah, you're telling us about that. Your wooden dildo, fucking
like it wasn't a fetish. It was just like
it was just a thing like you did, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And dude,
it's like
you can whip those out real quick, bro.
It's like fucking what's his name in Superbad drawing dicks, bro.
Yeah, I just finished drawing up a big veiny triumphant bastard.
Dude. That was your dick drawings, dude.
True, because I was, as you guys know, everybody that's listening, if you don't, and on the green room we play this part where this game where it's we have to draw something in a minute and 30 seconds, and it's suggestions from like the chat. And I've never won, but I have gotten votes. But if you ever looked at it, you realize that I was never an artist. So woodworking was definitely like more my forte than drawing.
You talking about that? How about this for random dick art?
Oh, dude, is that like a glass piece for like a bomb? Or
this is just a stone dick.
Oh,
this is a little piece of sodalite that has been carved into it. Cock and balls.
Because why not, right?
Hey, exactly. I mean, if we're going to get into that, when you think about like we're going to get into this whole like metaphysics thing for a second, in witchcraft and that sort of thing.
Are we talking Harry Potter?
No, we're talking like real world witchcraft.
Okay.
Crystal work is often a part of it. And if you're going to do things that are supposed to be directed towards masculine energy, then a phallic symbol is a perfect way to do it. So that is more than likely what the purpose of somebody carving dicks out of stone is. That and
similar to carving it out of wood.
Exactly. It's also because some people just want to laugh and be like, it's a dick.
Dude, it's funny. Like I might have told you guys this before, but I used to work with this guy. He was probably like 30 years older than me. Maybe even older. He was retired and I was like in my mid-20s. And he said to me, he's like, hey, he's like, one of the funniest words in the world is penis. He's like, you can drop in the word penis and you can get people to smile. You can get people to laugh. He's like, all sorts of things. He's like, it's one of the best words to say because it instantly makes the tension go away. And he's like, he was like basically explaining to me all of the reasons why it's good or funny or whatever, useful to say the word penis. And I was like, as he was saying it,
dude.
And dude, like as he was saying it, I was like smiling because I'm like looking at this 60-plus-year-old man continually say penis, and like, dude, I just thought it was fucking hilarious.
Dude, here's the thing: it's like a fart, bro.
True.
You know what I mean? A fart is okay. There's times where a fart cannot be funny, like when it's real bad, but like 98% of the time, because I'll give it 2% because there's the 2% where it's like, oh god damn, someone died. like I got to get out of here sort of thing. But majority of the time when you hear one, okay, let's take the smell away. Hearing a fart is always funny, bro. I don't care how old you are.
Especially at inappropriate moments.
Especially in public, bro.
You're right? There's nothing better than a quiet room and then a fart just rips through.
You can't tell me you guys haven't found these guys on Instagram or on TikTok that you literally walk around with either a fart machine or whatever and just like walk by people and just fart. And like everybody walks away laughing. Not a single one goes away either not smiling or not laughing. It's happening every single time. It's the funniest thing in the world. Yes, it's gross. But hey, we all do it, and it's funny as fuck.
You know what? That might be why it's funny, too, is the fact that there are people ashamed, right? They're like, oh, like, dude, it's just your butt making some fucking noise.
Yeah, I'll just excuse myself if it were ever to happen. I'll be like, oh, excuse me.
They're like, oh, my bad.
I'm not trying to do this.
Like sorry, I had Taco
walking
Bell.
around trying to fart everywhere. Just
so you're gonna tell me you don't burp, bro? All burp is a smart fart that took the elevator. All right. So
that's a fact, Jack.
Dude,
all right.
Have you guys ever seen? Okay, yeah. So like this is like on that same note though. It's like, have you ever seen? Because the guy was just like quickly scrolling through a different Discord, and I saw somebody who posted up like a little block. It's like a block, okay, and it's maybe a rectangle block. It's probably like 2 by 2 by 3, something like that. And there's 4 like spots where he's like chiseled out all the way through. Then I scrolled down in this chat, and this person has created a fucking, it's like a rectangle with just the edges, and the inside of it is a fucking ball, a wooden ball that is from the same singular piece of wood.
Yeah.
Dude, how have I never seen that before? And that's super cool.
Yeah, dude, the way that they're able to do shit like that now is crazy, dude.
But I feel like this is something that you could have done like 100 years ago.
Probably.
Let me see if I can fucking.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I've seen a few people do that in a couple different ways. I've seen some people do it where it's like literally inside of like a cage.
Have you seen this shit where people have made like chains out of pencils? They literally carve down the graphite inside of a pencil and like create a chain link and then leave the pencil basically and then continue down the line. The shit is wild. I can't wrap my head around the work that it's got to take for somebody to make a tiny chain links out of the graphite in a pencil.
Can you guys see this?
Oh, yeah. That's exactly what I was talking about.
Like, that's pretty cool, man. And I think that's cool.
Yeah, dude.
Talk about a strong flex of your skill.
Dude, I think that's like a flex of your patience as well.
Oh, yeah.
Because that would have to take quite a while. Like hours and hours of time to like carve it out to a point where it was a ball, all while still in the thing without cracking it.
It's impressive. That's incredibly impressive. There's a lot of like insanely talented people that thankfully my algorithm on like Instagram and stuff is pretty good at sending me. So like I sometimes fall into this rabbit hole of these like I think they're like Chinese women, and they have this art form where they're taking these like long strands of colorful wire and twisting them and turning them into like bonsai trees.
Yeah, or like dragons, or
or dragons and stuff.
I've seen one lady make one into like a phoenix. It's pretty sick.
Yo, like I can watch it for hours and I can't fathom what.
Dude, when I go down I go down that rabbit hole all the time, Sean. Like that kind of stuff. Where like sculpting, like people just start sculpting different characters from like movies or like animes or like fucking comics or like whatever. I'll go across and watch those, or people that just like make dioramas of shit.
Dude.
Like doing like crazy underwater diorama situations where they got like this creature coming from the depth with like this whole like fucking like port scene sort of situation. It's pretty crazy.
There's actually a award-winning aquascaper I follow who did one recently where he decided to make a diorama scape where it was like half filled with water in the tank and the whole top was this like beautiful diorama with like little hand painted people on docks and like little houses and everything. And I was like, this is incredible. Like
Yo, Sean, I got a question. This is more for you, but like I'm curious to see what James would also say. Would you guys ever think about learning bonsai?
Like doing bonsai trees?
Yeah.
Dude, I would want to do it, but I would do it with weed plants.
I'm already kind of studying it for spring.
Yeah, let's go, Sean. Dude, and where you live, bro, you can just go get a tree. All you do is like
one. I have a Japanese maple on the side of my house right now that is ripe for it. It just needs some pruning and some training. And
but how tall is it?
It's probably 3 feet.
Yeah, that's big though.
Yeah. But bonsai is not about size. Bonsai refers to the training of the limbs.
Okay.
So you can make any plant that that is tree-like in that way into a bonsai project, should you choose. And that's the kind of the cool thing about it, is that like it takes bonsai wire, which is a very malleable training wire, and you literally take a couple branches, wrap this wire into the shapes that you want it to go, and then you let it continue to grow like that for a while until it hardens and fully trains itself in that shape. And next thing you know, you got some pretty cool shit.
Man, I might have mentioned this before, but like one of my childhood like closest friends, he's the same age as me and shit, and his dad was like super into bonsai. I think I might have told you guys at some point, but I might not have said on the show. But yeah, I know I had a friend's dad who they had like a half basement off of their basement, where it was like had a glass roof, but it was all the rest of it was underground, and it was for him to like winter his bonsai trees, and like they had a full out garden. There was like a rock garden with like all these like pillars and posts and stuff to put the bonsai trees on. And there was like a waterfall and a river through this thing. That was like all connected. And his dad would like go to Japan, like he'd been to Japan to like learn about bonsai trees or go for a bonsai convention or whatever. And like they're super cool, but like I know that he spent a lot of time on them. He had a lot of them too. But he had like really cool ones that he trained that were like, maybe 12 inches tall, 14 inches tall. They would have like just full like coniferous fucking, I don't even know how to describe it. Like that one like from Karate Kid, like Mr. Miyagi's one. You remember how it has like the full bodied like evergreen.
Yeah, it's got a really, really nice canopy.
Yeah, and it's like all dude, honestly, he had some cool shit for sure. I think that he might have had some like maple trees as well, like some like Japanese maple trees.
There's some people out there who like they do some like massive ones, and like you can if you're rich enough, it's like, hey, I want to pay this man for these like giant ones. You could do like a whole row of bonsai style trees down the whole front of like your yard.
Dude, that'd be crazy. You just have like
landscapes,
I can't remember. I can't remember like what any of them are called, but like you have like some more Japanese traditional houses or something, whatever they'd be called.
Yeah,
I keep on thinking pagoda, but that's like an outside thing.
Yeah, I'm not even going to pretend like I know the answer to that. I don't watch enough samurai movies to even front.
But yeah, I just can't remember what it is.
Oh man,
Dude, different cultures are pretty cool though, I will say.
Facts.
there's some incredible techniques of art all over the world, and I think that is the thing that I love about having social media. Right? Is that like I can get into these little scroll holes sometimes like that, where I am down a rabbit hole of things like art. And it's like you find people from across your country and across the world, and the way that they create art and the things that they create are incredible. I follow a dude who makes tiny robots, for Christ's sakes. Like, it's
Tiny
fun.
robots?
Like, not like working robots, but just like little robot models. And they're just kind of cute and endearing, and people love them. And I'm like, that's
Dude,
awesome.
I watch people put together model kits, bro.
Of like for cars or motorcycles or planes, whatever.
Dude. Whatever, dude. Some fucking like Gundam shit. I don't know if you know what that is, Chris, but it's like a anime.
Yeah, that's like a anime transformer vibey thing.
Kind of, yeah. They were like got these dope ass robots or whatever, and that or like fucking Dragon Ball Z or like fucking Iron Man ones are kind of cool because it's like the different suits and shit. And like all the different pieces that go into these model kits are pretty intense because most of them like you can like move them and like or like open different sections of like the suits up or like whatever. So it's pretty cool to watch. Then you watch the dudes customize them and like paint them or like do other stuff like add parts from other kits or get upgrades, and it's pretty cool. It's just something cool just to have on in the background and every now and then just, kind of stare at, especially when you're just getting high, dude.
Yo, speaking of things you're staring at when you're getting high, I was staring at a hell of a race last night while getting high.
Oh, did you watch Michelle race last night?
I did.
Did you?
I watched Michelle's race last night. I've been watching a lot of those Apex racing races lately. Those some of those people are fucking damn good racers.
Dude, there's like cracked people. Honestly, like Michelle is pretty cracked at that game, or like whatever. I'll say at that game, but obviously like at that
it's more than
ability simulator.
Whatever. Yeah. Like she is really quite good. So yeah, I've never watched anybody else race other than like when Michelle was racing, or I've watched a couple of some of the other races when Michelle raced, and I would just keep it going. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. Some of those shits get intense, man. I was watching one last weekend where it was like a 40-minute race, and they just had such a deep field, and the track they were on had a couple of hairpins that were just super tricky. So the amount of action all over this track was intense. And then the actual like back and forth racing amongst, your pole and, your 2 and 3 positions was really good. And like it's wild because it stands to reason when you've got people who, in some cases actually race the cars that they're driving in the simulator. It's pretty wild to watch. Oh, the dude that won the Formula Ford last night was saying that he drives the exact Formula Ford he was in the simulator in. So like he knows the car personally in a physical manner. So like that's.
I think Michelle did raced a similar thing.
See, that's a perfect example. Like that is amazing.
Dude, it's crazy like how like so someone like Michelle, right? And that's the experience that I have of like talking to somebody who's doing it and whatever. But like she's raced a number of these tracks in real life, like in that style of car or something like almost exactly like that car. So it's like for me, it's kind of interesting just to like hear her like take on things and like watching her process of trying to figure out the right lines. Because I imagine like when you go to a new track in real life, you know, you do practice sessions like a few times, then there'll be like time trials or whatever. What is it called?
Qualifying in.
Yeah, qualifying for what position you're in, and then it's the race, right? So yeah, I don't know. It's just interesting watching somebody who, number one, I know, right? So I can ask her whatever I want. But number two, that she actually has like that real life experience. Because she said that one of the girls is also in it. She's like one of the few other women drivers that she said she's never actually driven any of these race cars. She's just been a sim racer. But she's like one of the best drivers, period.
I think that might be Megan Overstreet.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah, which she is. To put that into perspective, in those Formula Fords last night, the dude who won was like 36 seconds ahead of position 3.
Oh wow.
Meanwhile, Megan Overstreet was only 5 seconds behind him. And he's a dude who physically drives that car in real life. So that's obviously somebody who knows how to sim race really freaking well.
Yeah. No, it's just cool seeing like people that are like really into something, but it's like one of those games or simulators that like you can get like pretty accurate. Like clearly there's so many things that you don't have to worry about, but I think that there's like a reasonable amount of stuff that translates because like Michelle had raced this track in real life a number of times and she like liked it. And dude, she would like every time she would race on that track, she'd just kill it. Cause like she knew it so well and whatever. It's honestly, I've been having a lot of fun as well. It's like part of like my routine at this point.
Yeah. I started following the channel because, you know, I watched obviously her do some practice, and then she sent me the clip of one of the races, and I was like, yo, because you guys were telling me how good the actual like production of the race was, and like putting on that YouTube stream have a good thing figured out.
Yeah, they do a great job, dude. The main announcer, he's only like 24 years old too. He's a young guy.
So they cycle through a huge announcer pool. And so like
he's always doing Michelle's races.
Yeah,
so maybe
he does that series and the Formula 4 series as well. And then like there's a handful of other people, like his partner that was on with him last night.
The color guy.
Him partner up with other people too. And it's cool. Like all the people who do commentary, they've got a pretty strong handle of what's going on. They mostly all seem to be, you know, racers themselves within the programs, but like they've got a great thing. It's like you're literally watching Formula racing on TV.
Dude, the directors does fantastic.
Yeah, like the camera cuts, their communication
because they're in some specific mode. So they're hosting the race, but they're in some mode where it's like director mode or something. And then that's when you can go and they'll cycle through and it'll like highlight who's driving the car. It was actually cool because yesterday was the first time that I saw Michelle's updated thing where it has like, it's a picture of Michelle like behind the wheel of her car with her helmet on. And it says Dull Dime Racing. So it was the first time I saw that. And I was like, yo, that's my girl right there. Let's go.
Team Dull Dime Racing.
Which, by the way, just so you guys know, this happened a few weeks ago for you guys, but Michelle got third place in that race after qualifying, I think like fifth or sixth.
Yeah.
And she is 4th overall in the entire cup, I guess. And she'd missed the first race, so she didn't even participate in the first race. So I mean, she could probably be in 3rd because she's not that far back right now. But no, it's just been a lot of fun to be on that ride.
Those who have been listening to the podcast since the very beginning, this is the same Michelle Lynn that we had on early on in the show. So like, yeah, it's great to see our friends doing cool shit. And this iRacing has been a fun thing to definitely get.
Yeah, it's pretty cool shit. Cool shit.
Like I've been getting lost in it a lot. It'll be like, there's certain creators I watch, and so it's like I'll watch their content, and then like I'll happen to notice that there's a race live. I'm like, oh, let's see what's going on.
Yeah, why not?
Pop it on, and I'm like, oh shit, damn, this is some good racing. I actually caught a Grandpa Gaming live stream last night, which was fun too. He was playing some playing some Fortnite and smoking some people from long range, and I was like, damn. There is something so heartwarming and endearing. I know we talked about this in the last episode, but like he's just so enjoyable to watch have fun. Like he makes me want to fucking play.
I think that after he makes the snipe, it's just too funny for me. Because sometimes he like even amazes himself and he'll just giggle or laugh. And I'm like, this guy's too funny. Yeah. Like, he's too funny.
Him and I watched a couple Slater streams over the week. And he's the kid that uses the voice changer and sounds.
Oh, yeah.
Acts like he's like a 10-year-old kid and like just like says like funny shit. Like, and just like trolls people while carrying the team at the same time. But then he also does like cool streams where he'll like play with somebody that he's played with like a few times and then like finally like break the fucking news that like he's not a fucking 10-year-old kid and then like blesses them with like fucking thousands of dollars or some shit. It's fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah, there's a really cool one. It was like around Christmas time or whatever. And he was talking to this dude about like him and his kids for Christmas and what he was doing. And he was talking about how like he had just gotten a divorce. So he's a single dad now. And it was tough. He was spending all his money on his kids that he did have. And when he broke the character, I was like, listen, I got to tell you, like you've been on a stream and, we're just out here fucking around. But I want to bless you with $1,000 to make your Christmas better. Like, my jaw dropped. I was like, that is amazing.
Well, his chat like just starts fucking like dropping all kinds of donos and stuff and says like, hey, like hook this dude up or whatever. Or what he ends up doing is just taking whatever he gets donated that night and fucking sends it to whoever, Which is cool.
Yep. I love that shit. And it's a trip to me because I never used to be too into watching people stream games, but some of these people are a lot of fun to watch. And now I
think that there's like certain things that even if you're not necessarily like hyper into gaming or whatever, there's still entertainment. Like some of the people that just have them streaming the game and don't speak clearly, that's never going to be for you. But people that might have like extra visual things and like they have some sort of either shtick or just energy, I'll watch them like on occasion. Like I don't really go on Twitch very often, but on YouTube I'll watch them sometimes. If I'm like on YouTube watching something different, then I like see a suggested
community now.
Yeah, I think that there definitely is for sure. Yeah, I would have thought that people would like stream
a bunch
all the time on both or multiple.
Well, for a while they stopped multi-streaming to where it's like you had to choose one, and like obviously once you sign a deal, sometimes it's like you're exclusive. Like Dr. Disrespect, who used to be one of the biggest Twitch streamers ever, is now streaming on YouTube full time. Tim the Tap Man, a bunch of other ones have moved over the past like couple years.
I wonder why. Like, do you think YouTube was paying them money?
Better deals.
Definitely. It's got to be a better percentage.
I guess like YouTube is more commonly used by everyone over Twitch, right? So although Twitch is massive, and if you're into like watching streams of video games or just chattings or whatever, yeah, I guess Twitch might be still the option, but I don't know, man. To get like more eyes on shit, seems like YouTube would make more sense. There's got to be more users on YouTube than Twitch.
Well, and the thing is, too, is a lot of these streamers, too, are not only doing their streams on YouTube, but now they're having like fucking reaction channels or like second channels of just clips of the streams that they've played.
Yeah.
So they're like getting multiple revenue streams running off of one streaming channel over here on YouTube. Even though you could probably do the same thing with the Twitch channel, it's just probably a whole lot easier just to do it on YouTube and probably get a better deal through YouTube doing it exclusively on their platform. Because who knows what kind of ad fucking deals they're probably getting into as well, and like partnership opportunities. And I don't know, personally, I've never looked into it, but I'm sure there's definitely some benefits.
With a lot of these like promo code deals and use my link in the promo code or what have you, a lot of that is like they get a percentage from those sponsored deals. And so just from that perspective, it makes more sense to be on YouTube because let's say, Gamer Sups as an example is one of your sponsors, right? Like it's way more likely to get, 1 million people to see that plug on the YouTubes versus maybe, say half a million that might be on your Twitch. So that's probably a big part of it alone.
Well, and I think there was a time too where like just revenue in general on Twitch was getting like stifled by like, a limitation of sponsors and like ads and that whole thing. Like I'm sure there had to be something to do with that. As well as like I think there's like a whole thing where you have to do a certain amount of streaming for a certain amount of time depending on what contract you sign, sort of thing. And I feel like some people are getting overwhelmed, and over on YouTube they might not have like a per se like a limit or like a said amount of time that you have to stream. It's like you could just come over here, we'll pay you this, and then you stream however much you stream, but maybe it's just more based on views instead of actual streaming hours. You know what I mean?
I do.
Dude, I got Tim's timing. It's like mad fucking views, bro.
Dude, mad views. Have you ever watched any of his shit, dude?
I feel like he used to play Fortnite with Ninja back in 2020, 2019.
They still play from time to time. But dude, he's fucking... Whenever he plays with like Doc or Ninja or those guys, he's just fucking wild, dude. He's like, okay. Like, I wouldn't say he's like by far like a crazy good gamer like Ninja or like some of the other people he plays with, but he's pretty like decent for the most part. He's just more of like a comic relief for me, you know what I mean? Because like he does like he used to die from fall damage so much that when he got his own skin in Call of Duty, like he had a fucking like wristband that said something about fall damage on it. Like they trolled him in the game.
That's gold. That's fucking gold.
They ended up taking away his fucking stuff, but if you ended up buying it, you still have it. But because there's a whole bunch
like they removed it from the shop.
Yeah, because there's some controversy with another streamer, Nick Merckx, and then he ended up removing his skin. And then him and Tim are buddies, so Tim's like, "Well, if you're gonna take his out, you should take mine out too," sort of thing. But now they're both back playing Call of Duty again this year with the new one.
How do you not? It's one of the biggest games in the fucking genre, right? Like,
I do feel like this one plays better, like for the most part. I do that, and I just enjoy the maps, but it's just retro maps that are just new and updated. But there's certain ones that I just love, and I'm glad they're back.
Well, there's other ones you're like, why would they bring this one back?
Well, no, not really. It's just like some I don't really remember as much. Well, obviously now I do because I've played them. But
which company made this one?
I don't rember.
Okay.
We can find out real quick.
Like, is it Treyarch or the other one?
I think this one might have been
Infinity Ward, I think.
Here we go. This one was done by.
So yeah, from what I remember, like one of them, like Call of Duty Modern Warfare, was done by Infinity Ward, and then like World at War was done by Treyarch, and they did like Black Ops, and they used to flip flop. So like one would work on a game for 2 years, and then
I think this one was done by Treyarch. So I think the last one was
Infinity Ward.
Yeah. How do I double check this? Might have to just open this up.
You might just have to load it up.
That's what I'm doing, dude.
Yeah, just load it up, see what fucking logo flashes up. Yeah, I was a Treyarch fan. Like all the Treyarch Call of Duties, I was
Honestly,
like, all
Chris,
right.
I feel like you would like this one because of the movement.
What are the guns like?
There's actually some really solid SMGs.
Ooh, I like SMGs.
I know, that's why I said that.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, I miss like the old guns. Like, dude, playing Call of Duty Black Ops with an MP5K, dude, you could just fucking clap everybody, and that fucking gun just sounded like just fucking claps, like crazy fast claps. Man, it's like one of my favorite guns. A lot of my friends used to use the AK-74U in that game. It's fine, but it was not an MP5K. Dude, put quick reload that. Fucking, barrel. Let's go.
Yeah, dude, the one thing I will say is that, like, they're definitely way more intense as far as the gun customability goes.
Visually or
no, just with like your
usability
attachments and shit. Because like remember back in the day, you used to only be able to have like 3 attachments or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
now
one of them would be like trash.
Yeah, now you can have like 5, but there's like fucking 30 different ones to choose from depending on what like the underbarrel, because like every gun and every attachment from the last game is ported over, and it didn't say which company. God damn it. There's got to be a way to find out.
Dude, that guy Tim the Tatman streamed 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
And it has 278,000 views, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
How many people are watching him live?
I have no idea.
There must be a lot of fucking people. That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Dude, why doesn't it say which company? I can't. I might just have to Google it.
Unfortunately, I have no input on modern Call of Duty stuff. I think the last Call of Duty I played was the original Call of Duty. That was a long time ago now. I played a lot of the Medal
Yeah,
of
it was
Honor
Treyarch.
series.
Oh wait, I guess apparently Treyarch and Infinity Ward worked on this one.
Oh,
a collaborative effort, I guess. Or it says developed by Sledgehammer Games. Oh, by Infinity Ward and Sledgehammer Games.
Oh, that's who does this new one?
Yeah, that's who did this one.
Those Peter Gabriel fans. Sledgehammer.
Dude, Peter Gabriel, man. Definitely had some bangers, bro. Definitely had some bumps. I'd definitely be bumping some shit from Peter Gabriel.
That Sledgehammer music video is fucking weird.
It's awesome, bro. Think about when it came out.
I
Makes
don't
sense that it would be
disagree.
weird.
But it is trippy and fucking weird. Like, it follows the lyrics. So when he says things like you could be a bumper car bumping, like he's turning into a bumper car, and it's all claymation, and it is wild and trippy. Oh man, it's a damn fun music video to watch. But have you ever watched that video on weed?
Most videos I watch are on weed.
True that.
To be honest. I will say though, dude, that dab I took at the beginning of the show rocked me, bro. I haven't taken one in a couple days. So that one took me to the moon. And I'm slowly floating back down. Slowly.
Isn't that beautiful though? Like feeling the heavy effect of a single dab again.
It was intense like the circus, dude.
Just a little bit of that. Boom, right in the face.
Yes, sir.
Speaking of weed, though, a interesting article popped up from Marijuana Moment by Ben Adlin recently that I wanted to bring up. New scientific literature review published in the journal Molecules explores the collaborative interactions of various chemical compounds in marijuana, including cannabinoids, terpenes, and flavonoids, arguing that a better understanding of the components' combined effects is crucial for unraveling cannabis's complete therapeutic potential. So this, as it continues to go on here, the findings reinforce what many in the marijuana space have been saying for years, that it's not only THC and CBD that modulate a person's cannabis experience, but also the complicated interactions between cannabinoids, terpenes, flavonoids, and other molecules in the plant, a concept known as the entourage effect. So we are finally getting more and more science that is diving into this, and it's kind of exciting. We might be onto a new future soon where we see something that we've discussed on this show for years, where we focus more on terpene contents to explain the effects that somebody's going to get. So it goes on in here to even say, while research into another class of compounds, flavonoids, is relatively limited, authors noted that studies have suggested their anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and neuroprotective properties, and that some specific flavonoids, such as cannaflavins, have shown potent anti-inflammatory effects, particularly in neuroinflammation, so brain swelling. So that's kind of an exciting thing, that there are certain flavonoids that we could be actually focusing on for things like CTE and other traumatic brain experiences. But yeah, really cool article that just recently popped up, and definitely something I think that if people are more curious, they should definitely dive into. It's like we've said here for a long time. It's really about the way that everything works, and when you start to focus on that, you're gonna get a hell of an experience.
Facts. That is a fact, Jack.
Got another interesting one that was real recent. And where are we? It's talking about the fact that cannabis rescheduling wouldn't violate the treaties, which is important because this is something that I've said is definitely going to be a stumbling block in the past. And a new legal opinion commissioned by the Coalition for Cannabis Scheduling Reform argues that moving marijuana to Schedule 3 will not violate international drug treaties, as the Drug Enforcement Administration has previously asserted. So that's a good first step, because if we can get to Schedule 3, then we can actually legalize cannabis, because once we move to a Schedule 3, then that says that this is a product that has medical use, and then from there we have the ability to legalize. And so that's actually a really great piece of legal opinion that has come out very recently. Unfortunately, there are some other grave pieces of news that I've stumbled upon recently too. South Dakota's governor has signed a bill requiring that medical cannabis patients have to formally acknowledge the federal ban on gun possession for marijuana consumers.
What?
Yes.
Dude, that's wild.
So if you are a medical patient in the state of South Dakota, you cannot own a firearm because well, technically, this is the way it works in the entire United States, but South Dakota is going to force it. They're going to really make sure that they enforce it. So shout out to all my people in South Dakota who are going to have to make some decisions there. South Carolina Senate gave initial approval to a bill to legalize medical cannabis. So that's really exciting. That means that there could be a vote coming for South Carolina for medical legalization in the near future. Hawaii Senate Health and Human Services Committee and Judiciary Committee amended and approved a bill to legalize marijuana. So that's another big win. We got Hawaii on its way to legalization. And can you imagine how amazing that would be?
Bro.
Get to smoke some Maui Wowie in Maui.
Wowie.
Exactly. We got here that the Virginia Senate and House of Delegates have now both given final passage to competing versions of legislation to legalize recreational marijuana sales. So that's a big win. Virginia is going to be on its way to recreational marijuana in the not so distant future. New Hampshire subcommittee has amended and approved a bill to legalize. So marijuana in New Hampshire, you guys are going to be there in the not too distant future. That's an amazing thing. This one was interesting and a bit of a surprise to me. The Indiana House Public Health Committee approved a Senate-passed bill to create a state fund to support research on using psilocybin to treat military veterans and first responders with PTSD and other conditions.
Fuck yeah.
So that's really friggin' cool. And Indiana is not a state I would have expected to get on board.
Shout outs to like MAPS for help paving the way for a lot of that sort of thing, man.
That is it. That is 100% very cool. Massachusetts, matter of fact, just passed through a committee as well to get a framework for how is it explained? For a medical psilocybin therapy program in the state of Massachusetts. So we're trying to figure that out here as well. We've got New Mexico Senate Health and Public Affairs Committee unanimously approved a resolution calling on state officials to research the therapeutic potential of psilocybin and explore the creation of a regulatory framework to provide access to this psychedelic. So boom, just like Massachusetts, New Mexico as well. So that's really cool. Now for a little bit of downer news, Florida House Agriculture and Natural Resource Appropriation Subcommittee approved a bill to restrict consumable hemp products. So they're trying to make it more difficult for you in Florida to get your Delta 8 and CBD gummies and those sort of things, the vapes, all that. They're not loving it. So be on the lookout.
They're not loving it.
Yep. Be on the lookout for that. That's all coming. Missouri marijuana company Bee Leaf Medical is seeking to invalidate its employees' union election because it says they are agricultural workers and are thus exempt from certain labor protections under federal law. So, for people who are interested in seeing the marijuana industry at work, you guys can keep your eye on that story, see how that's going. We've also got some federal news going on in my feed lately. The U.S. Attorney for the Western District of Washington touted the sentencing of a father and son who were convicted of a scheme to violate the state's marijuana production regulations and produce and sell marijuana on the black market. So, unfortunately, we are still in an age where we are throwing people in jail for simply growing a plant. And in presumably this person's case, a overgrow with intent to share. So
who's to say he wasn't the caretaker for more than a few people?
Honestly, man, though, like the fact that like, you know, cannabis is taking this long to get to the point of just where it's at now is like part of me, I'm just like, bro, the government's just had too much power for too long already. Like, the fact that they can decide all these things is so fucking wild. Like, I understand it. Like, I'm not like, yo, fuck everything. Like, this is, but it just seems so crazy, man. Like, I'm sure that goes for countless things, but like, I don't know. Like, if you're, I don't know. It's crazy. I'm thankful that it's changing ever so slowly, but man, where'd the government get off having all this power, dude?
It's a wild world to live in right now. I think about these things a lot in my spare time at work, and it's like I think at this day and age we are so tired and we are so angry and we are so scared of all these things that will probably never ever happen, but we get told all about them and get told to get scared and to hoard and to consume and to work harder and all of this from the media. And I think we're at a societal breaking point where people are like, I can't do it anymore. Something's got to give. And some people do that constructively, and some people do it destructively. You know, some people are proactive, some people are reactive. That's the nature of humans, right? Like, we're not all different. And so, yeah, we're at a turning point, a crossroads, if you will, where I think the world is changing, and no matter what happens, because everybody's different and everybody's got their own opinions, someone will always feel that they're the winner and someone's going to feel like they're the loser of the situation. And that's how life is. And I know I'm painting this in such a huge, broad brushstroke of generalization, but that's how we have to look at it, right? Like, everything isn't for everybody. So, you know, bananas aren't awful just because you don't like eating banana.
Yeah, for sure.
That's, you know, that's kind of the where we need to just change our mentality. Is it's like,
good luck with that.
We're too.
It's like literally going the exact opposite way.
I know, shit is getting extreme on both ends. It's like, you're gonna die if you don't love bananas. No, I'm gonna kill you for loving bananas. Like, fuck you, bananas are cool. Just eat an apple. Calm down. You know? Hungry? Need a Snickers? Why wait?
Have some grapes. Like, you know? There's plenty of other options if you'd like a piece of fruit. But dude, honestly, so like, I would personally say, like, I don't give a fuck about bananas at all when it comes to eating a banana. But I fuck with Banana Bakery. I like banana bread. I like banana nut muffins. I like banana muffins, banana chocolate chip muffins, whatever. I'm in for that. But like a raw banana, nah. Dude, that consistency is enough to make me want to throw up. I don't know what it is. You know, I don't know why. Like, I'm just affected by some consistencies of food. But bananas, bro. Ugh, the minute you like go to bite it and it's just like mush. Ooh,
Yeah,
man.
dude. I'll eat some bananas, dude. Bakery or not, dude. Like a good strawberry banana pudding, dude, or like, I mean yogurt or something. Fuck yeah, strawberry banana smoothie. Hell yeah. Chop up some fucking bananas, throw it in your fucking frosted flakes. Fuck yeah, bud.
But banana bread, bro?
Have you ever had banana bread? Oh,
At
weed?
work, dude?
Oh, weird.
I love
Bro.
that bit. Bananas are the shit. I'm so glad that we just immediately pivoted to talking about bananas, which makes me want to ask this question. How do you feel about banana chips?
Never had them.
Just hard, dried slices of banana.
Can't say I've ever tried them. I'm not a big freeze-dried fruit guy at all. You know what I mean? Or dried fruit.
Definitely don't like
Unless
the
like it's
freeze-dried
mango.
fruit.
Like a dried
Freeze-dried?
mango or whatever.
I've never had freeze-dried fruit. I've had dehydrated fruit.
Or that's what I meant.
Like dried fruit, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
The only one I'm down with
dude,
is like a mango, maybe.
I like a dehydrated mango, right? I like
I even like dehydrated
apple.
pear as well, actually.
Yeah, but I've had freeze-dried apple recently, and it's like
What's that like?
it's like eating fucking styrofoam
Oh,
with like a hint of apple on the end.
well, you lose the juice, bro.
Yeah, like it is so disappointing. Like at least when you would make like an apple chip, you know, you dehydrate a slice of apple, make an apple chip. There's still the taste of apple there.
It's because there's still fibers and stuff together. You know what I mean?
Like the freeze-dried apple was like literally eating a piece of styrofoam. I was like, this is depressing.
Dude, I
wonder
want
if like
candy though.
But think about like, what do you think freeze-dried like clementine would be like?
Probably like an stale fucking Cheeto that vaguely tastes orange.
Yeah, dude, it could.
Could you imagine just?
I don't know if I want to try
candy?
that. Yeah, I don't think I want to try that.
Yeah, I like.
No, I don't think I'd want to try that.
Yeah.
I eat a lot of like regular dehydrated mango, and like a lot of like dried cranberry, raisins, shit like that.
You like raisins?
Mix. So I don't buy the ocean spray craisin.
Oh yeah, I guess like they kind of own that name.
I'm not super into like raisins or craisins. I used to be when I was a kid, but not so much now.
I'm not into them, but if like we were just
like
chilling,
if they're in like a
and you
trail
threw
mix,
me
I
a
don't mind them.
pack of fucking like little sun-made fucking raisins, bro, I'm gonna eat them. If you like were eating craisins or dehydrated cranberries, like, and you're like, "Yo, you want one?"
I will
like,
say a good raisin and like a salty like trail mix is actually pretty nice because it's that nice salty sweet sort of situation.
Yep.
Oh hell yeah!
I fuck with that.
For me, it became a thing to replace my desire to chew on things like fruit candies, right? Like gummies and stuff like that. Like,
Oh, but they're so good though, Sean.
I could sit here and polish a 1 pound bag of Skittles and not even think about it. And it's not good for me, you know? Right. I could bang that.
What about these, Sean?
Dude, they're dangerous.
It's a pound bag right there, dude.
I would mangle that bag in, one night just sitting there watching some YouTube videos.
I shouldn't eat one of these right now, especially because I just got a tooth worked on, but
Bro, I think I might eat some wine gums. I literally have a thing, like a bag right here.
So that's been
good.
one of my
Good.
things. Like
So
for me to
good.
help lose weight, I'll buy a big bag of like the dried fruit. And then that's something I can use to replace. I don't deny myself. Like I'll still eat some candy, but now I'll just buy a small single serve bag of the nerds and I can have that. And that gets me my fix. And then the rest of the week I can snack on the fruit. It's still sweet, still got that tang, I still get that chew. It's everything I'm looking for, but it's a little bit better for you. It's got some fiber, some vitamins and minerals. Especially the mango, dude. Oh, when I buy the dried mango, like I love when you eat some of it and it's
Dude,
that
you got to get the
super
ones
sweet.
with the chili on it.
The ones I can get here are not that good.
Well,
I
then you know
bought a
what to
pack
do?
and was like,
You just bring them home and then just put some tahini on them, bro.
yeah, see, I have tahini. Like I could totally
Yeah,
do that and that would be fire.
Do that.
But I love when you get the ones that are wicked dank with the myrcene.
Oh, the ones that are like real thick.
And they just taste like weed when you bite into it. You're like, that's dank.
Dude, there's one time when me and my buddy first found out about myrcene being in mango. So we did an experiment and we bought all this mango shit. We're like, let's see if this makes us feel higher. So we like fucking got super fucking lit and then like drank like this naked mango smoothie and like ate a bunch of fucking dried mango and like fucking all this other shit. And we're like, do you feel higher, bro? I was like, I don't know. I feel pretty fucked up. But at the same time, we smoked a lot of weed. So who knows whether it was the mango or it was the weed. But we had a fucking good night.
Yeah, you did it backwards, unfortunately. They tell you the way to make the mango actually enhance your high is that you're supposed to eat raw mango and you need to do it at least 30 minutes before smoking. So that way your body has time to digest the mango, get the myrcene in your system. And then when you smoke, it's supposed to get you higher because that added myrcene in your body now. I, like you, have smoked so much weed in my life, I don't think I'd notice the difference.
Yeah.
You know, like if it's all of a couple percent higher, I don't think
all I'd say is like, damn, that hit really got me.
Yeah, you know, like, this is a nice high. Be about it. So it's like,
every high is different.
If you are not a heavy smoker and you do just want to get a little extra kick out of your weed, go ahead, give the mango trick a try. See how it works for you. You might find that, the bowl you smoked last weekend, this one might be just a little bit better. And shout out to the people who can buy an eighth and hold on to it for that long. I love you guys. You people.
Well, here's the solution. No, you buy like 2 or 3 at the same time. Like, I don't know. Your boy loves variety. So, I mean, I always got a couple of types of flour, a couple of cardos.
Yeah, but that's the thing. We're full on
variety, though.
We're cannabis consumers in that way, though.
I've got three different kinds of infused flour at the moment, and these are all 7-gram bags. So I've got some Pink Asahi, some King Louis the 13th, and then some Purple Punch.
How was that Purple Punch? Because I can tell you've opened it.
It was good, dude. It was really good. I also have a little bit left of some Blue Agape from Maven Indica. I've also got another 1/8 of some Cherry Gas. I also have an 1/8 of some Ube Cream. Actually, it's probably not a full 1/8. I think I've gotten into this one a little bit. Still have a little bit left of some of that Grunts from the Ghost Pack. Still have a couple little nuggets of some Sherbles left over, and then a nice nug or 2 of some Cocolato. So your boy is stacked when it comes down to the old flower selection right now. And I also have a selection of rosins and resins in the old mini fridge as well.
Yeah. You know, we know what we do around here.
Smoke weed every day.
Yeah, we stay stocked.
Yes, sir. Hitting that bong like Cheech and Chong.
The only thing that sucks is, dude, is that, like I was telling you boys beforehand, like I haven't been able to partake in the past couple of days because I had some dental work done. And like today's the first day that it really actually, stuck my toe back in. And I'm kind of thinking about taking a second dab right now. So, but you guys need to help me choose.
I mean, listen,
I've got two strains to choose from that I want to dab right now, but I don't know which one. So you guys are going to help me out with it. So I've either got some OZ Kush rosin or some Gushmints.
Oh, Gushmints is a good one.
Yeah, dude, that OZ Kush though is so like terpy, bro.
Mm-hmm. That's a tough one.
What would you say, Chris?
Dude, I don't even know. I would just say this. Which one has more indica in it? That's what I go for.
They're both indica.
Which one's more?
Probably the OZ Kush.
Then I'm going to go with that one.
Because the Gushmints.
Especially considering, like, for everybody out there, tonight is the first trial run, which I assume is probably going to be successful because I feel like it's fine by me. But we're recording on a new day and a new time. You guys are still getting it at the same time. But it's a new day, new time. And let's just say that, like, I feel far less guilty at this time getting super shed timed up than when we used to record and I would lose a fucking day.
That's
right.
That's the thing, man. Like, that's you can't do shit after recording a Shed Time podcast. You look like my camera just did now. Like, everything's just a blur.
Yeah, dude, I'll tell you what, it is kind of nice just being able to sit here and record with you guys and get stoned around the time I normally do. You know what I'm saying? And this is like what I'd be doing around this time on this day anyway. So it works out.
That's a fact, Jack. And I know sometimes we laugh about those moments in life where you realize, holy shit, I definitely have gotten old. And I had one of those moments recently because, James, I know you can relate to this one. I just bought a new bed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let's go. I got a new bed like 4 months ago.
You know what I'm saying? It gets shipped in. It'll be delivered tomorrow. So like, we are like so gassed right now at our house. We never thought we would be excited to buy new sheets.
What'd you get?
I got one of these 12-inch thick temper foam fucking jams, bed in a box type deals from Home Depot, one of the people that they work with. So I got a damn good price on it, and it had really good reviews from the people that were on the website. But yeah, I figured, it's time. And like these bed in a box style things,
Tobacco, thank you.
Yeah, they're all the rage. And the thing that attracted me most is that I'm a hot sleeper. I'm a married man. So we were able to upgrade the size of our bed from a full to a queen. And it's got that temp control gel on the top.
Nice.
So that way we're not dying from each other's
Dude,
body
I'll tell you what, I
heats.
could have used that last night because I went to bed and I was really cold. And then I woke up this morning and I was fucking sweating, bro. Because I bundled up all fucking nice and warm last night. And then, dude, I woke up this morning just sweating. I was like, oh, dude, this is so bad.
It's a challenge for us because the main heat source of our house is a pellet stove. And that pellet stove is in our bedroom. So
it's the warmest room of the house.
Yeah, it is cranking in there, and you got to figure like I've put the the laser temp gun on the glass where the firebox is, and the glass is at 600 degrees. The air coming out of the heating pipes is around 400 degrees. So,
Dude,
yeah,
you got like just like that element of like an oven.
that room temperature gets to like a stable 72 to 74. And then we have to run a fan in the doorway that helps to just blow some of that hot air up the stairs through the rest of the house. But it's like, it can get warm in there some nights, man. Nights like tonight where like it's cold, it'll be comfortable in there. Because like it's in like the low 20s to teens overnight tonight. So like it'll be comfortable tonight. But when we have like upper 30s to 40s as a low overnight, and we have that thing still running, like it can get pretty damn warm in there. So I'm very excited to experience the new bed craze and catch the wave. That's my experience of becoming an old man, I guess. So like, yes, got a new bed.
Dude, I'm going to tell you what. Things like that sometimes are dope. Like when I got myself a snowblower, I was like, bro, I got a fucking snowblower. I can fucking blow some snow. And I was kind of pumped. Dude, when I got that fucking zero turn, after I fucking cut the grass the first time, I was like, is this fucking living? Like that was fucking dope. I just did so much work in dramatically, lower amounts of time. And I'm just like, it was kind of fun. I just put music on and ripped, and so I get it. I get a new bed. Also, dude, you use a bed every single day. Every single day you use a bed.
You spend a third of your life in your bed.
Yeah. So I mean, why not have a good one?
Sometimes more for someone like myself.
Yeah, like definitely less for me, but I understand what you're saying. But it's just like shoes, and I used to say the same thing about work boots all the time. People would be like, "Oh man, when you spend like $140 on some fucking Terra Lights," I'd be like, "Yeah." They'd be like, "Man, I went to like Walmart and got these ones for fucking $68." And then I'd be like, "Yeah, and guess what? These are gonna last the entire season, and you're gonna go through a pair by the end of the fucking August." And have to go buy another pair, and they'll be toast because in the fall you're dealing with all the wet. And they'd always do it. And dude, I'll be like, the whole time you're wearing shit boots, I'm wearing fucking Terra Lights that literally are fucking like Cadillacs. They're like kind of I don't think you guys have them, but if I were to put them, they're like just below Red Wings. Like they're not quite like Red Wings are definitely like elite. Like they're expensive, but they're also like very well made and everything. I would say that like Terra Lights are like just below that.
It's like having a Carhartt boot.
Yeah, I don't know if I've never had Carhartt boots, but I do. The minute I started using Terra Lights, like I just use them all the time, and they're perfect too. Because like, dude, I would barely even have to do them up because they had like that inner booty. You know what I mean? So like you slide your foot through, like the tongue didn't separate all the way down. So you'd slide yourself through. It was good. It was good.
I'll tell you what, that's another boot. Like boots, having a good assortment of boots for work is clutch, because I over the summer finally invested in some just, like waiter style boots, right? You're not like hip waders, just like, like muck boots. And dude, my first time using those this winter, so glad I made that purchase. Going out to shovel with some muck boots on and not having to get any fucking worry of, any moisture on your feet. That was the best like $40 fucking rubber boot purchase ever. Like,
I need to actually go and get some new work boots. I have a pair that are practically brand new. I wore them for like a month, and then I found my old boots, but they're just too fucking heavy. So I just need to go in and get some other ones. Luckily, since I haven't got.
Get some quality ones.
Well, luckily, since I haven't bought any this year, I can get reimbursed like $75 on a pair through work. So
Go find
Yeah,
some
dude.
nice composite toes and have
I might
at it.
actually do that this weekend. Might go boot shopping.
Dude, I haven't bought
boot
work
goofing.
boots in a while, bro. Like probably like 8 years at this point.
Go do a little new boot goofing for the weekend. You know what I mean?
Dude, having like good like footwear though for when you're on your feet is so
The good
fucking
news
clutch,
is-
bro.
Because I have a brand new set of insoles I just got for my old boots, so I could just take out of there and just slide in these new ones, and then we're good to go.
Oh, perfect.
Mm.
This
Yes,
is
sir.
actually
Yeah,
perfect.
give me. I need some rec. Is Terra Light? I don't know if that's a brand out here.
I don't think that it is. I think that I mentioned them before, and people are like, "I've never heard of
Are they
them."
more of like a hiking boot sort of thing?
No, they're like a full-out work boot. Here, I'll find them for you. I'll send you like a link or something. I think that they just must be
Maybe they're just
Canadian.
eh?
Yeah, they must be.
They're just a better boot. That's why they stay up north. I mean, yeah, you know, you got to know how to make some damn good boots when you have the kind of weather Canada is subjecting its residents to.
You know a lot about a boot.
Okay,
lot of
I'm just
boot
going to
about
share a
boots.
screen. I'll show you. Like these
Lot
would be
about a
like the newest version of a pair that I would use, that I would have bought.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, wide, bro. Give me them wide babies.
Yeah, dude, they're just like super sturdy. And like, dude, it basically like the third ring up, that's like where the fucking tongue would come and connect to.
Yeah.
So like you would really only have to like loosely tighten them up.
Oh, I like having them tied all the way up to the ankle. It gives me extra ankle support.
Okay, yeah. So like I was never that guy.
Well, it's because I've been prone to roll ankles, dude. Like my right ankle specifically, all the ligaments and stuff got torn in it at one point.
Yeah, so
So-
these boots are $220 Canadian, so like $160 probably,
That's not
I
bad.
guess. Yeah, dude, and like those would last 1 year for sure. Like I used to buy a brand new pair of boots.
Terra.
It'd probably be like March. I'd probably buy like a brand new pair of boots in March and be working outside in them like from March until the following December. And by the end of the year, like would they need to get tossed? Yeah, more often than not. Like they'd be all cracked up. The toe caps would be starting to wearing because I'd be like kneeling down or like doing a bunch of stuff and just working, I guess. But yeah, no, man, they're great boots. Great boots.
Oh, dude, these ones are sick, bro.
Which ones?
These ones are called the Marin Brute composite toe.
Oh, this is like a different brand.
No, same one, same brand. Same
Oh, okay.
I think. Oh, wait, maybe not. Psych.
Okay.
I was Googling the brand that you told me, but for some reason it brought up a different one.
Yeah, like I think that this must be a Canadian company. The only reason why I said is like it's available at like all these Canadian websites. Like Mark's Work Warehouse is like it's like a big. They sell like all sorts of like work
It's
clothing
because
and all
they're
that
for like
stuff.
cold climate.
Okay. I'm trying to find everything is just oh yeah, it says Terra Boots Canada. That's like who makes them. Okay. So that makes sense. But yeah, no, quality. But that's like everything though. Like I try not to buy like just the shittiest of shitty shoes.
No, I feel you.
Like I might not buy like the most expensive shoes or like whatever, but I will spend more money on shoes. I'll spend more money on sunglasses. There's like certain things that I'll spend more money on. And then other things I'm just like, whatever. It's like, oh, it's a $25 t-shirt. No problem. I'll grab that. I don't need to buy like a $60 t-shirt because like it's higher quality. Like that's fine. But
like you get what you pay for 100%.
Yeah. No, it's worth it sometimes for sure.
You know, and I think, you know, another place people should spend a little more is for kitchen equipment, and particularly their cutlery. Like, spend a little bit more, get some high quality knives to work with, and you'll be able to find, you know, working in the kitchen a lot more enjoyable, and that makes cooking a lot more enjoyable. You know, again, pans, right? Pots and pans. Spend a little bit more. Get the better pots and pans. They hold heat better. They heat faster. You'll be overall a much happier person. It'll make you want to cook more. Your non-sticks will really non-stick. So, yeah, you get what you pay for, and there's a lot of different things. Just pay up. And with all of that, I think we gave you all that you paid for here on the Shedtime podcast. We are at the end of our time. Gina is telling me to bring us to an end, so you guys know what that means. It's time to say goodnight to all of you out there, and we do appreciate you. So with that, I'm going to head it on over to Mr. Uncle Chris Overdrip himself to say goodnight.
Well, I will say, thanks everybody for tuning in. Appreciate you guys. As always, we're just trying to hold it down, enjoy our time, hopefully make something, consumable for you guys. So hopefully that was hitting the spot for you guys today. Check us out Friday nights on Frames Janklin Vapors YouTube channel for the Green Room. Of course, you can check out shedtimepodcast.com. It's all these things are coming to that website, so you'll have to keep your eyes open. Sorry, you will have to keep your guys' eyes open. Just go check it out sometime. Of course, you can give us some reviews. That'd be great as well. But I think that's honestly everything for me. So everybody be safe. Have a good week. Live your best life. Frames, take it away.
As always, shout outs to all the Shedheads for all you guys' continuous support. We greatly, greatly appreciate you guys. And of course, make sure you guys are leaving those 5-star reviews on all those podcasting platforms and stuff like that. It helps us out in the algorithm. Lets more people find out about the podcast. Of course, you can check us out over on my YouTube channel, like Chris said, on Fridays for a little bit more of a live interaction sort of situation with a little bit of more vape-oriented content. But we always just have some hangouts and just some positive vibes going on over there. Other than that, we'll be here in the shed doing what we always do. So I'm going to end it as I always do, sending out all those positive vibes, crisp by fives. Don't forget to tell somebody you love them, and a little bag or dab will do you.
Absolutely. And my friends, I think we've already said it. So check out the website, check out the show over on the Frames Janklin Vapor channel. And with that, I'm going to tell you, don't let the best get you down. Be cool, don't be a dick, and whatever it is that you do, be sure and have some fun. It's the Shedtime podcast, and we're about to roll on up and roll on out.
Dynavap, Dynavap, Dynavap. Looking to cut the cord on your dry herb vape? Dynavap. Trying to get the best taste from your herb? Dynavap. Ready to take your sesh to the next level? Then meet Dynavap, the best way to vape your flower or concentrate. Concentrates? That's right. Your flower or hash can be vaped using Dynavap. Check out Dynavap.com to learn more. That's Dynavap.com. Lose the ash? Dynavap.
What's going on, Shedheads? It's your boy, Frames Janklin. Are you looking to step up your match game or have a raw copper, brass, or stainless mod or RDA that you're absolutely tired of polishing? Then you need to go and hit up my man Ashton of Palmer's Powders. He does some absolutely amazing powder coating work He offers many different colors and finishes at an absolutely killer price. This man is taking powder coating to a whole new level, and he can make your setup an absolute masterpiece. You can go follow him over on Instagram at Palmer's Powders, and you can go check out pricing on his website, palmerspowders.com. That's palmerspowders.com. And as always, let's just vape on, Shedheads.
I want you to think of your favorite rebuildable right now. Yeah, okay, so you have a layer cake in your hand, and now you're about... Oh, sorry, yeah, that's not everyone's favorite. That's just mine. So think of your favorite rebuildable atomizer. Think about how good of a vape it produces for you. Now, take that and amplify it. And the way that you amplify that is you put in some Breezestone coils. Breezestone coils are handcrafted in Adelaide, Australia. They're made from some of the finest quality wire that you can get. I believe it's wire Buddha. You take those coils, you take them out of that phenomenal packaging that clearly shows how much care that Adam puts on the quality of his coils and the insurance that you get them in good shape. You put them in that favorite RDA, and guess what? You have coils that now sing better than Celine Dion. Go check out Breezestone coils. You can find them on localvape.com and also steelvalleyvapors.com. Suck, dude.
Yeah, roll on up into my
Sick.
No, okay, I think that I can definitely get down with this time, though.